For the past few days, there has been a slight improvement in weighted sentiment, suggesting that investors' outlook for Cardano ADA has soared a bit. Probably this is the moment we have been waiting for. Could improved investor sentiment drive the upward trend? Whatever the answer is, it is evident that investors have started to think outside of the box concerning Cardano. As the Securities and Exchange Commission is still attempting to present a solid classification for cryptocurrencies that are considered securities, the CCO of the blockchain project, ChiaCoin, Gene Hoffman, shared his perspective to clear up some confusion in recent tweets. Hoffman specifically addressed Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Exchange Coin, claiming that they are not securities. And then he went ahead to mention Ethereum, XRP, FTX token, Solana, Avalanche, and Cardano coins, emphasizing that they have always been securities. It's kind of puzzling why Cardano is included on his list, given that the air has been cleared about the coin when the same subject was raised a couple of months ago. This executive's claim is enough to dissuade investors from getting attracted to the network, not talk of owning 750 coins. Beyond attempting to classify different coins as either non-securities or securities, Hoffman also explained that projects should not depend on selling their tokens or coins to investors to raise funds legally in the US. Instead, there are other ways to go about it, without putting potential investors at risk. While cryptocurrencies certainly have characteristics of securities, it is important to note that not all cryptocurrencies are necessarily securities. Bitcoin is particularly considered to be a decentralized and non-security, implying that it does not provide investors with an ownership share in a project or a portion of profits made by the project's venture. Cardano also shares a similar characteristic. Cardano's decentralized finances were not the strongest part of the ecosystem, as it only began to deliver convenient decentralized solutions by the second half of last year. Such a tendency was connected to the underlying technology of transaction bookkeeping on the network. Nevertheless, things might flip here in 2023. The current TVL is at 50 million, down significantly from its all-time high, which was reached back in 2022 when the total value of assets on the network stayed at $350 million worth. Considering the lack of variety in decentralized solutions in Cardano's ecosystem, such a high value is shocking. In the new year, Cardano promises to release a series of algorithmic stablecoins that should bring way more value to the network than decentralized exchanges or yield farming platforms, given the convenience they bring to the network and DeFi. A market recovery in 2023 should see Cardano TVL hit new highs, easily beating the relatively unimportant $350 million in 2022. Obviously, the current amount of locked funds is not going to push Cardano to new highs, and this is why developers are betting heavily on the DeFi sector as one of the major and easiest way to attract fresh capital to the network. But right now, Cardano is still struggling, moving in a prolonged downtrend despite the good end of 2022 and beginning of 2023. The lack of inflows to the crypto market and the stalemate of the DeFi and NFT industries contributed to ADA's decline in 2022 and might remain the main source of pressure for the coin in 2023. However, this does not evade the fact that Cardano is a worthwhile investment. The problem is just that the bad sides greatly outnumber the good ones. The crypto community has established a bullish price target for Cardano in January for 2023, probably taking into consideration the network's growing adoption. According to CoinMarketCap, an average of nearly 3,400 crypto community members pointed to the ADA price. At each passing minute, the crypto community is seemingly becoming more bullish, with estimates for the end of May 2023 being at 30 cents, thus representing an upside of over 200%. It is essential to note that the crypto community's predictions might not come to life at all. According to the network, the community's historical accuracy is of a little over 41%, with recent data showing around 60% in September and October of 2022, all the way to 6.8% in December. Crypto Globe recently reported that ADA could be severely undervalued, suggesting that there is a bullish outlook for the cryptocurrency that could see its price rise. Sentiment also reported that ADA Shark and Well addresses, the holding between 100,000 and 10 million coins, have been strongly accumulating over the past 6 weeks, while the crypto's price keeps dwindling. The analytics platform also observed that when examining realized gains and losses, there are potential indications that sellers are decreasing, as on every significant price drop there are fewer and fewer coins being sold at a loss. Moving on to Crypto Compare, it was revealed that following the collapse of FTX, there was a rising trend in users moving their assets off of centralized platforms and moving them to decentralized solutions and self-custody. This move, as Crypto Compare wrote, led to a rise in average daily active users on the smart contract platform. Similarly, monthly transactions on the network also rose 5.34% to 2.32 million last month, marking the largest transaction volume since April. There are more than enough reasons to zoom out on Cardano and own 750 coins. The ecosystem remains unrelenting in rolling out innovations that will play a major role in its development in 2023. A notable example is CARP, a new Cardano SQL indexer and replacement for DB-Sync. This tool is released by a product-based blockchain company, DC Spark, which allows anyone to run a local price indexer for Cardano's native assets. According to DC Spark, the tool does this entirely from on-chain data and does not demand a third-party API. In its official announcement, DC Spark described CARP as a super fast, super flexible indexer for Cardano that now supports indexing the top dexes too. Can't wait to see what you all build with this and which other dexes may be added next. CTO and co-founder of DC Spark, Sebastian Guillemot, added that the tool is free to use since it does not require an API. The indexer, built using funding from Cardano's grant program Project Catalyst, already supports 3 Cardano decentralized exchanges. These include MinSwap, WingRiders, and SundaySwap. While CARP has already been launched, Cardano has several other innovations that the community is vouching for. J Crypto, a Cardano Center educational podcast, has recently explained the CIP that will be the cornerstone of the Volunteer upgrade planned for sometime in 2023. And this is CIP 1694, which will introduce a mechanism for on-chain governance. This will pose as a precursor to Cardano's transition to the Volunteer phase. The Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, has commended the podcast for its efforts to understand the CIP. He further encouraged the Cardano community to read the CIP and share their views. With this latest development, Cardano is finally starting to get there. Quote, "Glad to see the community going through this. I would encourage everyone in Cardano to do the readings of the CIP and share your opinions both pro and cons." The upcoming Volunteer upgrade is tasked to move Cardano to adopt decentralized governance fully at the protocol level. Charles Hoskinson has previously noted that the upgrade will put Cardano far ahead of the competition. In addition, Cardano continues to work on other projects including Hydra and Mithril, which will usher in massive scaling benefits to Cardano. Currently, Cardano is the most actively developed blockchain network given the significant submissions on its GitHub repository. It's fast becoming a wonder. After a couple of decades, it is worth admitting that cryptocurrencies and crypto projects have become interestingly outstanding. There are several blockchains out there with wide applications that present the market as a stunning place to be visited by prospective and seasoned investors. It's a fact that cryptocurrency value can be volatile when compared to more established currencies and commodities. This is often attributed to its relatively small market size and means that a smaller amount of money can move cryptocurrency prices more significantly. The stories about people making millions during a crypto upswing are painted on the headlines frequently, but there are also stories about people who lose everything during the downswings. Just like any market, the value of cryptocurrencies fluctuates based on perceptions of their value at any given time. These fluctuations may be rooted in some of the supply and demand factor, or it may be a result of hidden market factors. There have been several high potential cryptocurrencies and blockchain networks making waves in the industry, and Cardano is undoubtedly one of them. It has managed to stay on course as the top 10 cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Cardano has a mountain to climb to make any significant record. Yes, crypto investors are getting impatient with Cardano. Updates from Cardano has been slow and steady, but it remains one of the most trusted blockchain projects in the world. There will be impressive returns, no doubt, but there are a lot of problems swarming its interesting predictions. It would be nice if Cardano showed some positive signs of life before investors dip their toes, but that doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Nonetheless, given its records, it's worth a try. Just a try. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let us have it in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out our other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click on the subscribe notification buttons.